Hi, and welcome to Speak Your Brains on Guitars Are Hard with me, Darren White. You know, people often come up to me and say, should I learn guitar? Why should I learn guitar? And my first question back to them is, who are you? What are you doing in my house? Well, I'm going to attempt to answer this and other questions right now. So, should you try and learn guitar? Well, I think you'd have to have at least an interest in guitar-based music. Do you have an interest in guitar-based music? Is it classic rock? Is it metal? Or is it modern acoustic-based sort of Ed Sheeran? But you've got to have some interest, I think. So my answer would be yeah, because who doesn't like guitars? Guitars are cool. So what are some of the benefits of learning guitar? Well, apart from looking dead cool and being able to be that guy at parties, the one with the guitar that no one's listening to and everyone hates, then people say it improves coordination, which I agree with. Now, what you didn't know was that I've got a guitar right here. Oh, let's get rid of the tuner. No one wants to see that. Right here, he's got an acoustic, just like that guy at the party. So, improves coordination, yeah, because even something really simple requires coordination between the left and the right hand. Also, it can enhance concentration, as you probably saw there, because I was desperately concentrating on it. Maybe I lost my concentration then. And people say it keeps your mind sharp. So there's this question about sort of brain plasticity, brain plasticity, which is how good your brain is at learning new things and retaining them and hanging on to them. Because you can teach any dog new tricks. Obviously, I think it's that plasticity is higher when your brain is still growing and learning. So anything before your early mid-20s, I think, is makes it easier to pick up what you're meant to be doing. It's fun, believe it or not. Once you get past the beginner stage, I think it's fun. Even if you're not like me, like the best player in the world, I still think it's fun to sort of just play along. I think it's fun just to, play something. Still think it's cool when it's you that's making that sound. I mean, it won't be great, but it's not great for me. It won't be great to begin with, but you're the one that's making music happen. Before we continue with the video, can I just remind you to take a moment to like, comment on, and share the video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Gives you a deeper appreciation of music and an understanding of music. Certainly you'll know what roots and fifths and thirds and sevenths are, and you'll know the difference between a power chord and major and minor and things like that. So yeah, you'll know how it's put together and you'll know how difficult it all is. But are there any disadvantages to learning guitar? Well, the main one is how much you'll hate yourself and how much you'll suck at the beginning. Just literally learning to make a note. Hear that buzz? Hear that fret buzz? You will suck and suck and suck. Even quite a simple chord, D major, you'll be really bad at it for a long, long time. But you know what? Even your guitar hero sucked as much as you at one point. The other thing is your fingers will hurt until you get calluses. And just those two things alone might be enough to make you give up on the guitar. No one wants to play through pain, especially when you're not feeling as if you're getting any sort of improvement. The other thing you'll find is the time commitment to become really good, which I'm not. I love acoustics. Who doesn't love an acoustic? Just the sound and the timbre of it, lovely, lovely. Yes, time commitment, that's what I was saying. The time commitment can be huge. To become good, you need to free up 30 minutes a day. And that's just for like really boring stuff like learning to get between chords quickly and things like that. And playing scales, which isn't a lot of fun. Before you even think about sort of learning any actual songs. Gas. By gas I mean gear acquisition syndrome. It's a fiction that affects all guitarists, especially newbies, in that you've got nothing and you feel like you need to get everything. So you need somehow you blame it on your kit. So you've got electric, you need loads of pedals, loads of effects processors, loads of tuners, loads of tools, loads of different guitars, and you always feel like that one better guitar will be the key to you suddenly being good. Like it's not in the practice, which I assure you it is. And you'll spend sometimes more time looking at stuff than you do on learning and playing, which isn't a good state of affairs to be in at all. So is it hard to learn? Well, this entire channel is called Guitars Are Hard, and that's the state I'm at, where it is hard for me. It's hard to move on, but I'll admit it's because I'm not really putting much into practicing at the moment. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel up, and that's taking a lot of my time. When I do play something, it tends to be the same things. I haven't had time to learn anything new for a while. I'm still playing the same old stuff. And that's why people, I think, quit at the beginning, is that it does take some time. But it was hard in the beginning for everyone, you know. I've heard it said that if you can practice 30 minutes to an hour a day, that in 6 months you'll be getting out of beginner into intermediate, which is something I wouldn't mind being at. But you've got to start from the beginning, and you've got to do all the things that sound really boring. Learn all the theory, learn all the scales, learn what the notes are, all those things. Sorry, just the way it is. But I'm gonna, hopefully when I get back to actually learning something, show you how rewarding it can be and how quickly you move on. But yeah, you've got to get there. I might come back later and do a part 2 about this, because I think there's still more questions yet to be answered. So I think that we'll stop there. That's enough for now. Thank you for listening and for watching, and sorry for all the times where I made mistakes. That's not right. There you go. And that wasn't a pretend mistake either. So hopefully at some point I'll do a part 2 to this. and we can answer some more questions, not least of which is, I think, when's it easier to learn, when you're younger or when you're older? But as always, thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've got something out of this. Join me next time. If you like the channel, please like this, please subscribe to the channel. Do you have any questions about learning to play the guitar? If so, drop them into the comments, and I'll try and answer them. As I said, there's a part 2 of this coming up, and we'll look in more detail at some of the other questions people often ask then.